What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. I am late, but I am excited. GOAT Dirk Nowitzki, small forward eligible, is dropping tomorrow in NBA 2K25 My Team, and I need it. Like the SpongeBob meme. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. That's how I feel right now. I'm sorry y'all just had to hear me do that. GOAT Dirk Nowitzki drops tomorrow in addition to Invincible Jaylen Brown, who's point guard eligible, 100 overall CJ McCollum, and 100 overall Terrence Ross. Dirk Nowitzki, you, my friend, will be coming home to the squad. I don't know how much Dirk is going to cost. I do know he will probably be pretty expensive. He is a 7'1" GOAT small forward. That is my end game small forward right there. My favorite player of all time. I am actually very excited 2K made him small forward eligible. Now, I feel bad for all the people who are not as blessed as I am and in the situation where I have all the MT that I do on my account because of the gifted account that I was given, what, 2 months ago, whenever that was now, a month and a half, however long. So I'm in a pretty nice spot. I'm gonna have like 5 million MT even after I bought Wimby, because I'm selling my taco. He's actually, I think he probably has sold by the time that I actually that y'all see this video. So Dirk Nowitzki is absolutely going to be coming home. I'm excited to add him to my squad, and yeah, that's just, to me personally, that's an exciting card to see. Obviously that doesn't have anything to do with actually the quality of these super packs or anything like that. We'll see what the odds look like on super packs this season. We'll see what they guarantee on a week-to-week basis in terms of how much MT you can make, because like I would assume they're probably Galaxy Opal and up at this point, and I would assume we'll have to wait and see. And I mean, look, CJ McCollum and Terrence Ross, I'll be completely honest, neither of those 100 overalls sound super exciting to me. Jaylen Brown could be awesome. He's a 6'7" point guard. If they change his jumper and make it an elite one, plus give him great sigs, he's a great card. Probably one of the 10 best point guards in the game, I would think. There's a ton of good point guards. If you're a big Jaylen Brown fan, if you're a big Celtics fan, this card is to you kind of like what Dirk might be to me. Dirk's my favorite player of all time. I'm sure many of y'all know that, like the biggest Mav legend ever. I love Dirk. I love Luka. He's my favorite player right now, but Dirk is my favorite player of all time. Dirk is my favorite player as a kid. He might be my favorite athlete ever, in all honesty. And so for me, that's an extremely exciting card to get. For the most of the community, I mean, I'm sure Dirk as a card, 7'1" small forward, at worst, he's a top 2 or 3 small forward in the game, I would think. I mean, 2K would have to really do a pretty impressive job to ruin this card, because the honest truth is he's a GOAT card, which means he's going to have perfect sigs. There's not been a single GOAT card as of yet, I don't think, that hasn't had every single sig absolutely perfect. Who was the first GOAT card? Tatum doesn't count because he's a rep reward, but the rest of them, like for example, I think they all had, if I'm not mistaken, the same exact sigs, or pretty much the same exact sigs. I'm not going to go through and look at every single GOAT card right now to see if they all have the exact same sigs, but I'm pretty sure that they all have Steph Escape, Darius Garland dribble style, Francis size up, Defox cross, Trey behind the back, Levine step back, Halliburton Hezi, Pro 2 fade. So as long as Dirk has an elite level jumper, which his 100 overall jumper was good enough that I would consider it an elite jumper. I mean, his 100 overall was Tyler Smith Dirk up around very quick. It's not insane, but it is absolutely good enough that with his sigs, he will be one of the best cards in the game. Now he's 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. He's not 7'1", so that does change things a little bit, not a ton. He's still basically the tallest small forward you can get in the game, and he's gonna have perfect sigs and a very good jumper. I think there will be a real argument to be made that Dirk is the best small forward in the game. I think it'll be debatable, but for me personally, I'll just say this as somebody who both loves to use my favorite players but also wants to win every game. I hate to lose. I think a lot of y'all probably know that. It's not my favorite thing. Obviously it's going to happen sometimes, and that's unrealistic, but Dirk being small forward eligible makes him a more competitively viable card. It absolutely does, because if he was a 7-foot power forward at this point in the year, he's not small, but he's not huge either. At small forward, he's the biggest small forward in the game, basically, besides like Diamond, Alexis, or Jinxa. So that's pretty great for him. Jaylen Brown, I would have to assume 2K changes his jumper. I'm trying to see if they changed his jumper last year. If they don't, they are really failing him. I mean, because his jumper is bad, but 2K didn't change some of the animations on like Cade Cunningham and James Harden this past weekend, although they did change some jump shots. So I would think his jumper gets changed. The reason I'm concerned though is because even his 100 overall, his reward card 100 overall for winning the finals last year, didn't have a changed jump shot. Obviously his cards this year, he hasn't gotten a card since his Galaxy Opals in season 3 and season 4, but they had his own jump shot, I believe, on normal. Yeah, still on normal timing, and it wasn't good. I mean, this card sucked. His Galaxy Opal, both were not good cards just because of his jump shot. If he has the same jumper, even if it's on very quick, it completely kills the card. If he has a good jump shot though, and they do a good job with his animations and stuff, because the thing about a card like that as well is he needs a new step back, he needs a new spin move. Actually, who cares what spin move, but he probably needs a new behind the back, escape, size up, fade. Kind of needs everything. And if 2K doesn't soup him up, then he might be an underwhelming card, kind of like Cade and Harden were from last weekend's drop, in my opinion, where 2K did not soup them as much as they probably should have, at least in my opinion. So hopefully Jaylen Brown gets a good treatment. Then we got CJ and Terrence Ross. We'll have to wait and see what CJ is looking like. I would think CJ is just too small. He's 6'3". It's going to be hard for him to be good no matter what. He also hasn't had cards since like the MyTEAM festival in November. This was a hidden gem pink diamond early in the year that then got added as like a festival insert player. And he's not, I think he was a locker code as well. Like the Thanksgiving locker code, I think included this card if I'm not mistaken, but he's a 6'3" point guard at this point in the year. Even if he has his own jumper, it is a good shot, but he needs all new animations, and he'd have to have perfect animations to be even decent, in all honesty. That's just a card who is underwhelming unless you are a longtime Blazers fan or CJ McCollum fan and you want to use his card, in which case hopefully he's decent and you can have some fun with them. You know what I'm saying? That is my thoughts with CJ McCollum. That's about all the thoughts I have with CJ McCollum, honestly, because he's just not a card that, even if he is extremely souped, is actually going to be a viable level competitive option at this point in the year by any means. And then you got Terrence Ross, who hasn't gotten a card since his season 3 diamond. 6'7" shooting guard, 6'7" wingspan. Obviously he will be pretty cold, I would think. Obviously he's always gonna have great dunk animations, be a great slasher. T-Ross released on normal. I haven't really used his jumper this year. I don't know if I ever actually used this card. I looked at him, but he didn't really play enough defense for me at the time and didn't have defensive badges. So I was like, I'm not probably going to use this card. And I never picked him up. So I'm actually not 100% sure how good this card is, how good his jump shot is. Jump shot will be the biggest thing with a T-Ross card, though. He can be a very solid shooting guard and probably an affordable solid shooting guard if 2K soups up his SIGs and his jumper. If they don't, then he'll stink. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? That's not something profound. And I don't think that's a new take by any means. So yeah, pretty much to recap, Dirk is awesome. He's going to be one of the best cards in the game. He's also my favorite player, so that's a double whammy of excitement for me. Jaylen Brown, jumper being good, he'll probably be a stud. We'll see how 2K does his SIGs and animations. Same thing obviously can be said for CJ and Terrence. CJ is too small regardless. They should give him the best animations possible, pretty much in my opinion, just to make him half decent. For people who want to use him for fun. Terrence Ross, good jump shot, good SIGs. He could be a really good value, 100 overall. I don't expect him to be very expensive. If he doesn't have great animations, then he'll probably be pretty darn mid. That is pretty much the drop, though. I'm super excited about Dirk. Absolutely will be adding him to my lineup tomorrow, or at least some point this week. If it's not tomorrow, it'll probably be Wednesday. I don't think I'll wait very long. He's absolutely my end game small forward. I'm very glad I didn't buy a small forward because I was considering it, and I'm very glad I didn't because I now have my 2 small forwards for the rest of the year, Dirk Nowitzki and Bob Pettit. That is locked up. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.